Good morning, good morning. Hey, you know, it's another day for the path. You know, I'm back. I told you guys I would be back Saturday morning. Here I am. Last night was great, guys. You missed a hell of a show if you weren't there. Shout out to all the artists that came out. There's a lot of new faces. That's why I go to these open mics. You know, a lot of people think that I go to these open mics to win money. No, that's not how you get in the money vortex. And I have a perfect example of this before I go into the path. So this is what happened. With me being in the money vortex, I always reach out to people, you know. I'm always reaching out to see who's trying to level up and, you know, stay in that vortex. So a couple of days prior to the show, I reached out to my boy James Miller, you know, the guy that was in the studio video with me, on my Instagram, on my YouTube, with him playing the guitar. So he came through, but yeah, he ended up winning. So that was awesome, you know. That was awesome. He didn't even expect to win, you know. We were one of the first two to perform, and he came to me after. It was like, man, I think we performed too early. And I'm like, bro, no, that's not how it works. and he won. So that shit was dope. Shout out to you, James, man. You're awesome. You definitely deserve that win. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to beat that. You playing the guitar behind your back, you know. I think that's always gonna be a showstopper. Continue to do it. But yeah. So 2 days prior to him, winning, I texted him. I said, hey man, you should come to the showcase. And he was like, all right, just send me the flyer and everything. I sent him the flyer, and then a couple of days later, he's like, okay, I think it was the day before. Yeah, the day before. He's like, who's responsible for this? I'm trying to get in. Sent him over the connects. He got in, and he freaking won. All just being on that high vibe going. Didn't even think he was going to win. So, like I said, congratulations to James. But today, the path 11. Today's a downer. Today's not, the thing that I'm about to tell you today. It's not the best thing, and it's only for the strong. You know, a lot of people don't survive it. And that's the part about being an outcast. Master number 11s are outcasts. We don't tie in with everybody. We're not at every party. We don't even get along with most people because our silence is deafening. I don't think there's ever been a time where I've walked into one of the shows, open mics, and just stayed in one space and never attracted people to me. And it's not like an arrogance thing. It's not a cocky thing. I'm just always in my head, you know. There's so much going on, and the reason I come to these showcases and open mics is because that's where the future talent is, you know. Any person who wants to have longevity in any career needs to always be looking at the newcomers, you know. So being there was great. You know, it was a new venue. It was awesome. But I don't like to be around a lot of people. So I'm an outcast. And it's cool, you know. One of the biggest things is it goes into, like, you know, the things I was talking about a few days ago. You know, path, you know, episode 5, 4, being a teacher, being the illuminated one. Like, you have to have your alone time to really cultivate your gifts, your skills, your talents. Whether it's music, whether it's, you know, school, you gotta spend time alone, and everything else is a distraction. I love the people I hang out with, man. You know, I got to see a lot of artists I haven't seen in a while. I got to see people do their thing, and it was great because it's literally been months. You know, for some of us, a whole year since we've been out. And it was a moment of appreciation. I got to appreciate being in the company of my peers. You know, the youngsters coming up doing their thing. You know, I even had a lady come to me and said I was in her top 5. You know, that's a win. That's a win automatically. But like I said, I gotta go back home, stay in my home for like a month or two. Don't come out, do work, don't be seen. And we love it, really. You know, I do know some 11s that aren't aware that they are 11s. They spend time alone. They don't like it because they feel like they should have friends around. Like, and you know, that's an alignment thing. You got to work on self. You got to find that thing. I know when I was younger and I felt lonely, it was usually before the times that I knew that I wanted to be a writer. You know what I mean? So I would sit in my room and I would feel lonely because I could, you know, back in the day you would see kids up and down the street playing and, you know, wonder like, damn, they really out there having fun, having a good time. You know, I went through that stage too, you know, being a kid. But once I got into like junior high school and high school, it was more so, who am I? What am I doing? How am I going to change the world? You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to contribute? That's what it was about for me. So it could be a daunting thing if you're not grounded in the knowledge of who you are and what you're here for. I kind of have voices talking to me early, telling me, hey, sit down, search the internet, do this, do that. No, don't listen to that. That ain't right. Fuck that. You know, had those voices always in my head. Some people get those voices at different times, you know. That's why it's important to find out what your numbers are. I don't know what your path to that may be. It may be religion. It may be some form of spirituality. It may be a bad breakup. You know, all kind of things can send you into self-discovery. So, and you know, it's normal, so you shouldn't really be worried about it. You know, don't think of yourself as like, oh, my life's fucked up because I don't got friends. Believe me, you don't want to take on that kind of energy on a regular basis. An event like last night, so much energy in the building, I need to recharge. I can try to do another one real soon, but I won't be my best self. I won't be. And I'm not gonna lie to myself. So you know, we are, like I said, we are the teachers, we are illuminated ones. In order to lead and to carve out a path which is your own, you have to be able to take the advice of yourself. You're the leader. You know, sometimes I think people forget that the way people see you is not always the same way you see yourself. And that could be the good and for the bad. You can't worry about the bad. That's why self-knowledge is the best. Because then you fill your own cup. Once you fill your own cup, nobody can take that from you. You know? Self-development, that's all we're about. Developing self, becoming your best self. Self-realization is what we do every day. Look. Oh, man. Yeah. Self-realization. Get to know self. Don't worry. Spend as much time alone as possible. Because in the darkness is where you see the brightest light. Close your eyes. Take those steps. Take those steps to become a better you every single day. You won't regret it. There's nothing to regret about it. What do you think meditation is? It's you getting into the flow. And that's like the body's knowledge, you know what I mean? The body already has knowledge that you know nothing about. Once you start getting into that flow, time disappears. You become timeless. Everything flows so easy. I know you've heard about, you know, the NBA players getting in the flow, where everything just happens. Things just happen. That's magic. For those who don't know. But I hope that you guys are getting in your own money vortex. I hope you're figuring out what that means for you, because it does mean something different for all of us, but it is an energy of prosperity. And you know, sometimes you have to come to reality that everybody isn't meant to have that mindset in your space, because everybody's meant to teach somebody a lesson, good or bad. you never really know what it is, because a lot of bad has inspired good, and a lot of good in turn has inspired bad. It's a balance. It'll never be 100% one thing. So appreciation, meditation, isolation. Just get into your flow. You don't need a lot of people around you to verify who you are, validate who you are. You know that from the things you do, the choices you make. Or at least if you're not, this is an opportunity to become aware and ask yourself, am I who I say I am? And have the outcome of my choices reflected just that person? I definitely can say yes. I have, and I am, and I continue to do and be me. And who is that, you may ask? A soul filled with light inside of a vessel that's incarnated on this earth to help move the energy forward so that people can continue to elevate their minds and become more than human. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Out of all the isolation that I've had and the people that I've helped, that's who I am. I am Ace Mirror Man. Stay in the morning vortex. Stay high vibe. Stay pulling it to you like a magnet. I'm out.